It is day 24 of March Madness, and today I'm here with my magic circle so we can get in our March Madness mini magic circle workout, all inspired by the leg pull exercises. It's actually two exercises today. It's called the leg pull and the leg pull front, or as I like to call them, the plank exercises. You'll notice as we practice with our magic circle today that we're going to practice a lot of things that strengthen our plank muscles. Right, help us improve those skills. So grab your magic circle. Let's get started. We are going to start on our knees today. And we're going to start and take the magic circle on our sternum. So that bony plate right up here. You're going to put that circle, kind of figure out where you want it first. Put the pad of the circle right there on that bony plate. And then you're going to come down and lean forward a little bit and put the circle on the floor, and then you're going to put your hands out here in front of you a little bit. And I want you to just find an all fours position where this circle is somewhat comfortable. You have your hands kind of underneath your shoulders, and you're in this all fours position. Now, we are going to start off abdominal muscles pulling in. We got all of that good core work, anchored shoulders. We're going to start off with just a little shift. So what I want us to do is I want us to just kind of inhale, shift forward, and how far you go is just as far as it is a good stretch for your wrist. So I'm kind of rolling the roller forward, and now I'm going to shift my hips back. And again, how far you go, there's two things. One, how far do your knees and hips kind of let you go, and then how far can you control it and keep this roller here and not let it fall. All right, so let's do that a few times. So you can shift forward. See if you can find a gentle stretch in your wrists, and then shift back. And so that roller is like a little wheel just going forward and coming back. And the whole time you're strong in your arms. You're pushing away. Your shoulder blades are anchored, so we're not hanging out here or letting our shoulders lift up. Excuse me. When we do that little rock, let's do it one more time. So I want you to go forward, and I want you to find that just gentle stretch in your wrist. So my shoulders maybe go just past my wrist. All right, now we're going to come back to all fours. We're going to really push the mat away, anchor our shoulders, and we're going to try a little push up here. So that magic circle is going to be like our support system. We're going to keep our back straight. You're going to bend your elbows. You will feel like you're leaning in to the circle, and then you're going to press away. So you're going to do a little lean in. How far you go, it's your working level. These could be like 1-inch little bends, not even that, and come back up, and they will be work. Now, if you are feeling, let's do 3 more. If you're feeling like, I might be able to come up into my plank and do that, you can do those there. Little bend and straighten. And if not, just stay on those knees and do them. I love that little knee version. We'll do 3 more. And then we'll come back down on those knees. Good. Okay, now, next up, we're going to take our right leg behind us. So I'm just balancing my circle here, pushing through my arms, holding this kind of plank-like position. And then with my foot, I'm going to start with a pointed foot. As I hold my circle, I'm going to point my foot, lift the leg up, flex my foot, drive through my heel to come back down. And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep my hips stable so I'm not rolling my hip open. I'm going to point and flex. And you'll notice just being here, some great plank work, right? To be in our arms and shoulders like this, point and flex. Let's switch. Let's do that on the other side. So just stretch the left leg behind your other leg, whatever leg you did first, and then see if you can do that point and flex. Just holding that good plank position. Point and flex. Try to keep those hips squared away. Point and flex. Now, next step, if it feels like you could come up into your full plank, you can do it there. If not, you're going to stay and you're going to do the version we just did. If it feels like you could come up, hold your plank, hold your circle there, and then do point, flex 3 times on that right side. You're going to do 3. Point, flex. Take a little breather in between, and then we got to do the other side. And again, if you're on your knees, fabulous. It is hard work wherever you're doing it at. All right, so if you can come into your plank, take the other leg, point, flex, without overly rolling or shifting your hips as you do that lift and lower. Point, flex, and then you're going to come back out of there. Give those wrists a little rest. If you're not used to doing a lot of plank work, you're going to feel some work through those wrists and hands to be there. All right, now we're going to flip ourselves over. We're going to take our magic circle out in front of us. I'm going to put my leg right here on top of the circle, kind of right above my Achilles. Do whatever side you want first. With my hands on this, I'm going to have my hands kind of, my fingers pointing outward. You could adjust this. You could have a little more back, a little more forward. I'm going to have my hands feeling like they're a little, like almost under my shoulders. I'm going to push away so much that I have to be like nice and tall, nice and lifted. Feels like some core work just to be here. And then with this leg on the magic circle, nice and straight, I just want to practice a little. Could I just press down into that circle and lift back up, all while pushing through my arms and staying lifted? So you're going to feel the back of the leg fire up as you press and lift. Let's do like 5 of those. Press, lift. I think we got 2 more. Press, lift. One more time. Press and lift. Now, next up on these, I'm going to have you bend. It's my right leg, but whatever side you did first. And then I want you to see, could you push through your arms, almost like a little bridge. Come up. Oh, I might have to shift back a little bit. Lift your hips up. Hold yourself up here. And then could you do a little press and lift, right? Press down as those hips lift up. Should feel like some plank work. Press and back up. Okay, come on down. At any point, if that next step I'm doing feels like too much, then just continue on the one that felt like it worked for you. All right, next step, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to put it on the pad of the magic circle. So I kind of have my legs stacked on here. My hands are going to be in that same position. I'm going to push strong, lift my chest. I'm going to see, could I first pick myself up and just hold up here? We're holding in a plank. And then next step would be, could I press the circle down and lift it back up? Press it down. When you press the circle down, see if you can lift your hips higher. We usually can. And come up. And then super bonus, lift the leg. Find your magic circle, squish it. Lift it off of the magic circle, find it, squish it. And remember, every time you press into your magic circle, you could lift your hips a little more. And then we'll come all the way back down. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go through all of that series on the other side so we can test it out. So, first one we did, we took our leg on the magic circle. Kind of have to adjust where you're at. The other leg is just on the mat and I'm pressing down through it as well. My fingers are reaching kind of straight out to the side and I'm pushing the floor away. I just feel like I'm hugging my shoulder blades together, lifting, and then I'm just going to see if I can do some little presses. I like to move my other leg out of the way and back up. So that should feel like your butt and the back of your leg has to really work to press and lift back up. Let's do 5. I think that was 3. Okay, 2 more. Press. Back up. Don't sink in those shoulders. Stay lifted. It's really good strength work for that upper body. And coming back. Okay, and then the next step we went to was, could we bend the other leg? And I kind of think of this like a little bridge. I'm strong in my arms. And then I do a little pelvic tuck and lift my hips. And as I lift my hips, I'm pushing down a little through that leg. And then I'm going to press and lift. Press, and every time you press down, you could lift your hips a little more. Eyes are looking down your body as you're doing this. Okay, and then coming back. And then next step was I stuck my other leg down in the bottom pad of the magic circle. Right? Just an FYI, if that lifting all the way up is feeling like too much, this is a great place to do some little press and lift as well. All right, so, but if you want to try that kind of plank work, you're going to push through your arms and chest, see if you can press into your circle, lift your hips up, 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 hold lifted, and then press, lift. All right, how far you go is up to you. You can really squash the circle and then try to let it expand the whole way. Shoot for 3 of those, and then super bonus would be, can I lift the leg off the circle, bring it down, squish it. Right. Every time that leg comes down, you will be able to lift your hips a little more, I promise. 1 more, lift it up, press, a little squish, and then come all the way back down. Whew, all right. And then we are all done with our Magic Circle fun today. Thank you so much for joining me for March Madness this month. I'll see you back tomorrow for some more Magic Circle fun.